And I'm Drowsy Bear Games, and I am here with one of my best friends.
If you recognize me, Chuckle Puppy. Otherwise, you can call me Rick.
We're going to play Will You Press the Button? Very simple premise. Basically, are you going to press the button? You can bring about world peace, but the world will hate you and blame you for all of the problems you solved. That's our first question.
I have a nervous feeling about this because there's so much philosophy involved in this. There's too much just... there's a lot to go in this. Especially with this first one.
It's not that hard. You can solve all of world peace, but you can bring about world peace, but everyone hates you for it. It's real easy. They're going to blame you for starvation in the world. No one's starving in the world. So it's like, does it really matter if they blame you for shit that, you fixed?
But think about how much blame you're going to be getting for that. Because we're talking about world peace here. You're going to be getting the backlash of the entire planet. Whether it's...
God, the entire planet can hate me, but it's not like I'm going overseas anytime soon for the people who were starving in Africa to be mad at me for making it so they starved in the first place, but then I fixed their problem. I'm going to press that button. That means nothing to me. People already hate me. It's fine.
So I do have an actual I do have an actual question here. Because it says world peace. Does that mean we're ending just world hunger in general? Or does that mean we're ending any kind of worldly conflict? Because...
basically, yeah.
If you think about it, all the world wars would literally be solved. But the problem is, all the countries' leaders would be looking at you like you are the problem because this is the issue. So I feel like this might slightly lead into another different conflict between you and the world.
Nope, world peace. World peace. World peace means that there is no conflict. So they can be mad at you they can be mad at me all they want, but the problem is they can't do shit about it. That would break the peace, and that means there would be no world peace. So, world peace. You can hate me for being a hero. I am the hero the world needs, not what the world deserves, or some whatever the Batman quote is.
All right, yeah. I think you got me there.
Boom, pressing the button, done.
I think we're pressing.
48% of the people would not press the button. 48% of the people will be like, yeah, fuck it. The Middle East problems are the Middle East problems. I don't need them mad at me for fixing their problem.
They can solve their own issues.
You can become able to play any musical instrument, but you can never listen to anyone else's music again. I will not. That's easy. Unfortunately, just because I can play the musical instruments, like, I can't sing, so it's not like I can recreate the music portion of whatever song I love. But I still can't sing like David Draymond or Jonathan Davis or any of those people.
I can see you trying to do that too.
Just sitting there hitting the monkey wah thing. Yeah. Horribly.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can do this one.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This one's too much.
Also, there's a lot of music nowadays. It's like there's very little instrument, and it's a lot of beat pads and stuff that make the music now.
Never listen. So, question:
Does
that include
anyone else's? If it's not
concerts?
Yeah, no concerts.
So you just show up to like what we saw, Cannibal Corpse in Montmartre. And
then
all you hear is just
a high-pitched whining noise.
Like a whistle.
Like, yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, like, I'm sorry.
Fuck that.
I wasn't even thinking about concerts, too. I was just like, yeah. No, unfortunately, I will choose to just continue to be musically inept, and I will continue to enjoy the people who dedicated their skill set to learning and playing music. 78% of people.
Why?
Oh no, never mind. 78% did not press the button. Okay, 78% of the people are really good. 22% of people believe that they can recreate all of their favorite music, and they are wrong.
Sinners.
You get three.
Is that euros?
Look at this. This is so wrong. You get 3,000 pounds or 3,000 US for Brits. Like it's 3,000 pounds for Brits or 3,000 US for Americans. Oh no, I get it now because of the butt part. So we here in America would get 3,000 pounds,
or $3,000.
No, we don't get $3,000. We get 3,000 pounds, but we cannot exchange it for American dollars. Or if they're, European for British people,
shit.
like they get 3,000 US, but they can't turn it into pounds. I was so confused for this, and then I read the but. So we would get $3,000 European per day, but we cannot exchange it for our local currency. Are you trying to look up a conversion rate?
I'm going to actually Google a conversion.
It doesn't matter. You can't use it here. You're not allowed to exchange the 3,000
That's the
pounds.
point, though, is I guess I'm not losing money. I'm just gaining money.
You're gaining.
Exchange.
Yeah, you're gaining.
I'm looking at this as a loss-win situation, but it's just a win-win.
Okay, I imagine when it says you cannot exchange it, that means you can't go to places to be like, here's 3,000 pounds, give me the equivalent of 3,000 pounds in American dollars. But you get 3,000 pounds in. You can still create a Robinhood account or something like that, and then still invest the 3,000 pounds underneath under a European account. There's VPNs, so you can just set your VPN for your Robinhood account in England, and then invest your $3,000 British on Robinhood there, and then withdraw any earnings and stuff you get from stocks if you have dividend stocks for American. It's not an exchange. It is an exchange, but it's a bunch of hoops to jump through. That's one hoop to jump through, really. But I don't know. I bet obviously I can't take the $3,000 and just go hand it to a person and be like, hey, give me the equivalent of 3,000 US. But if I got 3,000 pounds per day, I would definitely just set up a Robinhood or an E-Trade account and then just throw 3,000 pounds at big end stocks like the S&P 500 and shit, and then just have that coasted back into American funds that way. I feel like that's the way to do this. I could do that. Or I get 3,000 pounds fucking per day, and I'll just move my happy ass to fucking London.
That was going to be what I was going to say. What I was thinking is what if you just contacted somebody in London, and because you're getting 3,000 pounds a day, you were just hey, you like money? Let me send you some money. And then you just send them 1,000 pounds every single day, and then at the end of the year, you're like, okay, so all that money I gave you,
they're gonna keep that shit. They ain't gonna fucking give you any of that back. What are you fucking? You're just. I'm gonna have to bleep. I'm gonna have to.
What do you?
That one will have to get censored.
No. That stays in. That stays in.
I can't. I literally can't. It will get taken all the down.
Damn it.
But
It's something we need to tell.
But like, if you sit there and just like, first off, you have to find a friend in Europe, in England somewhere, who you can trust to send the money to. Because if you just pick any random freaking person from,
That's fair.
The opposing country, they're absolutely going to be like, yeah, you can totally send me 3,000, pounds, $3,000 a day. I'll totally give it back to you. And then you won't see a fucking cent of that back ever.
It's not what I'm saying, give it back to you. Excuse me. You send them the 3,000 pounds, and then eventually it evolves into this scheme of like, now I kind of control you over there. So I'm gonna come over to
Not really.
come over to London.
I feel like if you're going to go to London for whatever reason, you just go to London and not include someone.
Hear me out.
Let him cook.
It's like an let him cook. It's like an Airbnb scheme, but Brit version. You keep sending them this 1,000, and then you show up on Christmas Day, as you do, and you're like, hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and crash here now because that was in the contract. And they're like, what contract? And you're like, well, that was in the 1,000 per...
That requires you to have given them a contract up front to sign.
Let me have my dream.
You're going through a lot of work here to not just be like, I'm going to get 3,000 pounds of, per day. I'm literally going to work for the next 2 weeks so that way I get paid enough American to then just fly to fucking England.
Okay, so here was my other question.
If you went to the
when it
other
says
country.
Pounds,
Yeah.
is there like coins and stuff with pounds?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can get away with that.
Yeah.
Like per day.
They have pounds.
If they look like pennies and like nickels or whatever, and you just like...
Kind
of.
of.
It's 3,000, you just give them a handful.
I fucking... Yeah, so your answer is now to aggressively pay for everything you now own by handing them like 9 American coins, and then that 10th coin is like a random penny pound equivalent. That's so much work. I'm gonna press.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
You're going through a lot of steps here, and I feel like again the answer is just put in your 2 weeks notice, get 3,000 pounds per day, and then eventually, after your 2 weeks, you just fly to England and be like, cool, now I live here. Because it doesn't say that when you...
It just stops. It doesn't say it stops.
It doesn't say that it also would switch... Like, if you landed in London and then suddenly you just get a fistful of fucking...
Although it does say local currency. So if you do move, like if you move from the U.S. to London...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you...
It's going to switch over to U.S. dollars, but man, that would make you so fucking rich. You would have to only stay a month and then come back to United States, and then you're just like, I'm gonna buy a house for a couple $1,000.
I feel like
an apartment or a condo.
I feel like the answer here is with that amount of money, you could quite literally just rent an Airbnb. Like, I will continue to work here. I will continue to be here for like 3 months at my job, and then I'm just gonna take like a 5-day vacay to London, and then I will just 5 days I'll just stack $1,500 US and then just come back to America and then be like, cool, $1,500. I no longer need my job because I can pay the rent on my apartment for 8-9 months while also still having extra. Like, at that point you just kind of bounce back and forth between both of them So I'm like, I'm pressing this button. Like,
I feel like pressing the button is
30% of people are wrong. 30% of people are super wrong.
Isn't 30%? Oh, wait, no. The green is the
Yeah.
button press. Gotcha.
70% of the people understand the question. 30% of the people have that all wrong. You learn, grow fit, and develop yourself 5 times as fast, but you can only eat taco. Done. There's no conversation here. What are you talking about?
Wait. Hang on. There is a discussion to this.
There's not.
There is. Okay, hang on. Don't hit next because I want to argue a little bit more.
No. There's nothing
Think
to argue.
about the loves of all the foods out there. Spaghetti.
You just take the spaghetti and throw it in a taco shell. Boom, spaghetti taco. Did you not watch iCarly? Figure it the fuck out. You become very charismatic. Everyone will like you. But you'll become severely unhappy because inside you'll just be an empty shell. So
that's just
translated to everyone likes me and the rest of my life remains the same. Got it. I'm already severely unhappy because I hate myself and who I am. But now I get to become very charismatic and make people like me. Cool.
I feel like we're both in that realm.
Like, this is very easy.
Oh, yeah.
I will press the button.
Yeah, press the fucking button.
69% of people are very happy with who they are in life. And I'm willing to bet about 12% of that 69% are people who are in denial of the fact that they're already severely unhappy. Dude, what is this? You will have the power to make everyone happy and feel better about themselves. You can reach everyone with your words, cure their insecurities, anxiety, depression, and everything. But nobody can make you feel better or happy. Okay, I feel like that's literally the same question.
Yeah.
Of I'm very charismatic and I can make people like me. And in this case, now I'm just very charismatic and let them like themselves as well. And I'm still just depresto. That's the same question, just worded differently.
Surprisingly, the button press was more than...
I know. You can redesign yourself whenever you want. Like in The Sims character creation, you can't change your hands, which becomes super hairy, and you can't see the skin through all of the hair. So I get werewolf hands, but I can literally re-roll my stats and shit.
No, your fingers would look like little tarantula legs. Oh, no.
I like, it's just,
I don't like how I look, but goddamn, I want hairy hands.
I like, well, my hands are already a little hairy, but I can't see I can see the skin on my hands. Just to have full fucking werewolf hands. I imagine this also probably means the palms. If it's just like the back of my hand, I might be able to try to fight this, but if it's top and bottom, back of my hand, and my palms become super hairy, I'm not gonna do this.
I was gonna say,
But
you want to wipe?
Oh God! Wiping and you fuck
And it
up.
gets in your hand hair.
All right, so I will be not pressing this button.
Oh, that was easy.
36% of people did not think about the long-term repercussions of hairy hand.
Yeah, so wiping is definitely a major issue.
You get paid $10,000 a day to live in the White House. But if the president ever sees you, you die. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
The ultimate fucking game of hide and seek.
This one's
There's a comment on this. Old Man Joe might already be starting going blind. Make them blind. I mean your walls. Dig a big hole under the White House. They won't ever lift the White House up. Okay, but that's not living in the White House. That's living under the White House.
hide in the utility closet during the day, only leave when he's out in the world.
Stay for a year, retire. Yeah, right? Like, just kill the president. Yes, You just kill the president. There's certainly not Secret Service in like every fucking half of the hallway. You know, every hallway in the White House. Hell no, the bodyguards are about to beat me. I feel like the understanding is that everyone knows you're living in the White House.
Plot twist, be the president.
Yeah, plot twist, be the president. You can't look in a fucking mirror ever in the White House. You have to take down every reflective surface.
God, this one looks like Medusa got
These Mr. Beast challenges are starting to get kind of crazy. Oh man, I like the plot twist. Be the president. I don't know. That's a pretty 10,000 a day is not a small amount, and I don't even think
that's not a small amount.
I don't think you need to live there for like a year, like that one comment says, like live there for a year and retire. I genuinely feel like if you lived $10,000 a day and you managed to make just a month, that's enough for you to successfully be like, cool, I'm bouncing out now. And then I just live like I do now, where I'm just like a casual maintenance man, but I never have to worry about money. Where if I don't like the job, I can just move on.
The really interesting thing about this one...
Does the president know you're there and like he aggressively just tries to
like
fucking seek you out? Yeah,
it's George Bush just playing hide and seek.
It's the most aggressive game of hide and seek ever. And for every day you make it, you live. I don't know. I feel like the White House is certainly fucking big enough that he definitely wouldn't see me. But it would be like, what if, like, does he have to make like dead eye contact? Like, does he have to actually see my physical, like, whole ass body, like with direct eyesight? Because like, I know secured buildings and stuff up in corners have those mirrors so you can see around the fucking corners. Like, what if, like, I'm walking down one of... You would say mirrors don't count?
I would say the mirrors don't count, because I think he actually has to physically see
like,
you.
Eyes on you.
I would say your face. If it's your body, it can be like...
No,
because it could be misconstrued as... maybe one of the Secret Service, but you're just in there, in the White House.
We're gonna get mixed up for fucking Secret
Service.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, are we wearing like our civilian clothes? Because I would be in there with a Rick and Morty shirt and shorts.
Yeah, we just live in the White House. The White House is our house. We live there now. Imagine fucking Uber Eats. Yeah, I need some Chipotle delivered to, 4900 Pennsylvania Way. Or what? It's like, you mean the White House? Yeah. Talk to the security guard. His name's Greg on shift. He'll let you in.
Well, you know how like a lot of houses and places have like this attic that's just storage? I feel like you could stay up there if you had like a little, because I've heard stories about this. You can get those little portable burners that like just help you cook your food, and then obviously you can get some kind of like mattresses, water. You're in the White House. You're not without supplies, but it's gonna be like kind of a Tom Cruise, you gotta like really sneak around situation.
I don't think it's gonna be so dramatic. Like I said, the White House is pretty fucking large. I guarantee you there are definitely like offices and parts of that building that the president has never fucking seen. Like, even like they've got too much other shit going on to just be like, oh, let me see if I can go find blah today and like hunt me down. I feel like I can do this. And again, even if you last just a fucking week, $70,000 is not a small amount of money.
But you die.
Yeah, if he sees you.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? You just leave?
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, right. I forgot that was an option. Shut up.
Why would it not
I didn't think you could.
Why would it not be an option?
Like, you just have to give up after a certain time? Like, it's Fear Factor?
You just live in the White House, $10,000 a day to live in the White House. Like, it doesn't say forever.
I know.
I mean, I guess the implication is that, yes, obviously forever, but like how you're like, so what are you going to leave? Like, yeah? Just go. I guarantee you the president is not awake at 2 a.m. watching the front fucking lawn for me to leave.
Shut up.
Like, yeah, I'll do this. You become all powerful. You have more money than Microsoft and can be considered the ruler of all humanity, but you die in 2 weeks. Tell you what.
Wait a minute. Wait. Why is it so specific?
Why do I have
about Microsoft?
I have more money than Microsoft. I don't have Elon Musk level of money, but I do have Microsoft money.
I can buy out Xbox.
I have all of Microsoft money. I can own Xbox and whatever else Microsoft owns.
The first ruler of humanity. Isn't that just the president?
And you can be considered the first ruler of all humanity, but I die in 2 weeks. I guarantee you in 2 weeks, a lot of people are going to fucking die before I do. I have 2 weeks to finally, with all of my power, get rid of a lot of people. I promise a lot of people are about to fucking die. I guarantee you, if you are on the sex registry, you're dead. I don't even give a I don't give a shit how minor the infraction is. Well, no, that's not true. Okay, because technically you can fall on the sex registry for being drunk and taking a piss behind the bar. Those people might be okay, but like the amount of times we've had like sex offenders go to prison and then they only get like 2 fucking years and then they get out of prison and they repeat crime. Like, no, there's no repeat for you. You get to die. You're done. You're dead.
I need to take a second to point something out.
I hope to God whatever you point out isn't you being on this.
No, my brain. You said sex registry, and my brain just kind of went to like registration,
signing
like,
up to get laid.
Yeah, what sex you are and like who you are.
Yeah. Sorry, the sex offender registry.
Sex registry.
Sex registry. Why, yes, I will sign up for sex, please. God, if there was one of those, I would be less lonely in life. Maybe then I wouldn't be so quick to press the button on getting rid of everyone I own and love.
I will say.
Okay, yeah, I guarantee all those fucking idiots who live on welfare but then continue to pop out fucking baby after baby after baby and have no desire to like make themselves a contributing member of society, those people get to fucking die. Like, unfortunately, I have a good vibe for shitty people. If I walk down the street and I point at you, you're probably gonna fucking die. There's a lot of people who are about to die. Promise that. But after that 2 weeks when I die, I guarantee you the average IQ of most of America and a lot of other places is going to fucking improve dramatically. I guarantee. But when I'm done in 2 weeks, the world's going to be a lot fucking better. Guarantee you. If I am all powerful and I have Microsoft levels of money to throw at the problems, and I'm considered the first ruler of all humanity, there's going to be some fucking changes and a lot of people are going to die, but it's going to be better. What are you going to do in 2 weeks with Microsoft fuck you money? Look, my favorite comedian is Dan Cummins, and he's got a lot of bits about how a lot of stupid people need to fucking die. And unfortunately, it makes a lot of sense. I guarantee you, if Dan Cummins decided to run as president with those ideals in mind, he'd probably get a lot more votes than he thinks he would. You know what? Anyone who, flat earth believers, those people are dead. Scientologists, I'm sorry. I like Tom Cruise movies, but not enough to deal with Scientologists. Those people, probably gonna die. If you genuinely, in this day and age, believe the planet is flat, I'm just saying, there's a lot of stupid out there. A lot of stupid people are gonna die. And the best way to find them is gonna be through Facebook and through fucking... and through YouTube comments. You okay over there? You think you're okay? Okay. So what are you gonna do with your Microsoft money in 2 weeks?
I can't argue with you. Just press the button. Just press it.
73.
I give up on this one. I 100%.
73% of people do not have the vision I do for a better world. You can time travel, but you can only do it once a year.
Done. I'll fucking press that button.
Easy.
What's the negative?
Wow, 2019 really...
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's like, okay, so gained the ability to time travel tonight. I go back a year in time from tonight. I have an entire forwards year worth of fucking information. Like, cool, I know there's going to be a ridiculous hurricane in Florida this time. You know what? Sounds like a great time to invest in some construction companies. I have an entire, I can time travel, but once a year. Like, okay, what could I have changed within this year to improve my life?
You could bet on the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm like, there's no downside to this one. You can time travel, but you can only do it once a year. That's not the negative you think it is. That's just me getting to reset the year and make my year upcoming just infinitely fucking better. Just knowing what's going to happen. Just off of playing Magic. Just knowing, they're going to ban the Mana Crypt and stuff.
Yeah.
But you also know after they ban it that the Mana Crypts, for some indiscernible reason, spike in price from $100 cards up to $200 cards. Suddenly, buying a $100 card doesn't sound so bad when you know you're going to literally get $100 back in cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this Masterpiece Mana Crypt now for $350, knowing that it's going to jump up to $610. I'll pick up 5 of them. Fuck it. Just knowing that something minor like that, that's so press the button. It's not even
even if you have accidents or if you injure yourself, still know you're gonna injure yourself and you know how you're gonna do it.
Duck it, avoid it, move it. There's so much. 16% of the people are idiots. 8,655 people are as stupid as they come. You can see the future, but no one will believe any of your prophecies, and you'll always be labeled a liar. That means nothing to me. I would take that shit so hard. I would take that shit so easily. I can see the future, but no one's gonna believe me. Great. I'm not making prophecies for other people anyway. I'm fucking making me better for me.
Yeah.
I'm winning that lotto every fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they ask me, how are you winning the lotto? And I tell them I can see the future. And they'll be like, you're a fucking liar.
So the one time I saw this, it was the person who was like, "You can see the future, and nobody will believe you." And they gave the example like, so let's just say you're talking to like your mom or whatever, like a friend or just somebody on the street. Hey, it's gonna rain tomorrow. You may want to take an umbrella. What are you, fucking idiot? You goddamn liar! You're a joke. It's not gonna fucking rain, you moron. And then, like, tomorrow shows up and it's raining, and they're like, oh.
Yeah,
guess I should have remembered that umbrella.
The proof of the event happening would confirm that I'm not a liar, but they still just believe, like, fuck it, it was coincidental. Like, I predict a plane's gonna fucking crash, and 97 people are gonna die in that plane crash, and it's gonna be a horrible event. And then no one fucking believes me. And then a plane crashes and 97 people die. And then they still don't believe me, and they're just like, yeah, lucky guess. Like,
there's one guy who's like really hardcore about like just not believing you. He's like, see, I told you. There's fucking 19 people on that plane. Only 18 of them died, dumbass. And then like the news reporter's like, 19 people died. Fucking lucky.
I just love the level of suspension of belief that they would have to go through, that it genuinely would bring me more joy making these prophecies and then labeling me a liar. So when the prophecies happen, just watching the people be like, nah, fuck it, lucky guess and shit like that. I want to see their suspension of belief in order to justify that I'm still a fucking liar. I want to see how far they'll fucking go to not believe that I was telling the truth as a future prophet. I would do this solely because, one, there's literally no downside other than people don't believe me, which means fucking nothing to me anyway. And I can see the future and just make my life infinitely better. Oh, yeah. But also just because I, as a sadistic person, want to watch people break their fucking minds and like straight up not believe in like physics and laws of nature in order to believe that I'm a liar about that shit. 29% of people are boring. Read it out loud for the rest of the class.
You get to play the best game ever made, but it takes over your life and your family has to watch in despair as you slowly wither away. I'm already doing that.
It is,
bro. The best game's already out. Haven't you heard?
Skyrim. Duh. That's why
Skyrim sucks.
Skyrim is the best game ever. That's why they keep releasing new editions of it every year.
Skyrim sucks.
New anniversary. Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Skyrim Collector's Anniversary Edition. Skyrim Smart TV Playable Edition.
Skyrim for the Switch. Skyrim for the freaking Xbox. Skyrim for the computer.
I'll be real honest though. I want to play Skyrim VR. There's a lot of shit like that I want to do in the game that you can only do. Like I watched a video, someone playing Skyrim VR, and the signs that hang out of the stores and stuff. All the time I used to jump into them like I was hitting them. Watching someone play Skyrim VR and them actually reach up and swat that, I was like, oh God, I want to feel that in my life. I want to play Skyrim VR because there's some shit I want to actually do. Best game ever made.
So, obviously,
Fishing Simulator.
We're not able to... Yeah, Fishing Simulator. We're not able to look into the future. In your opinion, at the current moment, what is the best game that you would allow to take over your life?
The best game ever made that I would allow to take over my life?
Because honestly, I'm between two.
I really like playing old school RuneScape, and the problem is old school RuneScape is such a grindy game that really kind of, like, that game does take over your life accidentally. Mm-hmm. So, just that exists. But I don't think I could play RuneScape all the time, every time. Like, I haven't really I feel, honestly, BioShock.
Interesting. I can get behind that.
That would probably be BioShock and like the BioShock 2. If for some reason that the BioShock game, because the lore behind it is amazing and everything, if you could play literally from like the founding of the city underneath and watch it grow and then see the the collapse of it and then play through the part of the BioShock game that you play and then continue the story into the BioShock 2 with the interim between years where BioShock 1 ends and BioShock 2 picks up. If you could play those in between years and they have a couple DLCs where you do get to play that, but it's not like it's really fucking good, but it's still only like an hour. If they could take the game and stretch it into a point where it could consume that much of my fucking life that I withered away, I could probably seriously fuck with BioShock for that long. Because I really fucking love that game. The game was great. The graphics were a little bit rough, but Xbox 360 and stuff. And even though they've remastered it, it's still got its little finicky moments here and there, and like the characters are still a little rough looking.
For me, it would be GTA. Grand Theft Auto has been, and it like any of them, but with 4 and 5, they just expanded the whole open world mechanic to something completely new. Especially 5.
Yeah.
5 really changed up how open world is now done, especially mass multiplayer. It's so much more space. There's a lot of fucking data to download, but like the game is worth it. It's very expansive. There's a lot to do. Even if you're not even doing the missions, it's just side stuff.
Yeah.
And like even some of the side stuff, I love the stunt races because they're like riding on Hot Wheel tracks, but in actual cars.
Yep. And then you got the game modes people create and all that stuff and the mini games. Yeah. GTA 5 for sure could definitely take up a long time.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like I could only play. I sit there and say I could only play like, run around, shoot 'em up game. But my game of choice was BioShock, which is literally story driven, run around, shoot 'em up. But like it's BioShock's story driven, while as GTA is just kind of
do whatever.
Fuck it, I'm gonna drive down the street and shoot these people because I can, kind of thing. I can only do that probably for so long. GTA for sure could do it too, cause And then if you have your groups of friends and you can get people to play the race modes with you and all that stuff, you could definitely play that for years.
My other runner up was Diablo, obviously. I've been going through Diablo 4's new DLC, new Vessel of Hadra DLC. It's fantastic. The new season's a little bit finicky to work with, but if you do the new Spiritborn class, it's fantastic. It's very, very easy. The animations are great. It is a big file download. That's about the only thing.
But anyway, this has been Drowsy Bear Gaming and his friend.
Rick.
You don't have to like the video, but if you don't, drop down to the comments and tell me what can be improved. Till next time, thanks.